Hello everyone, this is Hot D here, and today we are gonna be reviewing Sherlock Season 1, Episode 2, There's Always Tomorrow. Now, before we get into the episode, note there is gonna be massive spoilers for this week's episode in Sherlock, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you go do so right now, just so you don't get spoiled on the episode. You need to become a first member to watch it, because the rest of the episodes are going to be first exclusive, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you go do so now. Okay? Alright. Now we got that done and out of the way. Let's talk about the episode and how fucking good it is! Like, oh my god, man. Just this whole thing of Julian Chase, like, actually not being there was fucking crazy to see his actual body. Like, I want to talk about that a lot, like what actually happened to Julian during the 4 years. Like, we don't exactly, like, we know that they got him out and everything, and all well good. He went into this program, and the thing is named UED, UES, whatever it's called. The stuff with Dr. Weller and everything else like that to get to the suits and whatnot. He was one of the very first ones. I think he was definitely the first. And now we have everything else going around, and just actually seeing his body like that was fucking insane. Like, he is to the point of, he shouldn't have lived through that, like his crash. He really shouldn't have. Just actually seeing it, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, this is what he had to go through for 4 years. 4 years. Like, his bottom half is completely shattered. Like, all of his face is fucked up, and whatnot. Now, I kind of figured from last episode that it was going to be a major death fake out. It was going to be very insane. But there's a catch to it. There's the fact that he's not really there. He's a simulation at this point. Like, he's a projection in a way. So and reason why he was able to move it is because of all this stuff that Dr. Weller invented for him, just so he could be able to function and whatnot. And it's very sad to see him like this. And I also really love the interactions between his friend here, Eggs, I think is what his nickname is. So we got him to see his first time actually seeing Chase in this full form like that after 4 years, and to see like how he progresses as a character. Because last time he was very um, he's just a good friend, and just seeing him like that is it really distraught him, and it's like, hey, good to have you back, man. It's been like, even though we thought you were dead for a while, I'm gonna move on, knowing that thankfully you were still alive and whatnot. And it's kind of crazy knowing about this whole thing, and it's gonna be very interesting to see where it all goes. And I also really love the confrontation between Miranda and Julian, because this is the first time she's probably seen him in 4 years, and it felt natural to say the least, like how she would feel and whatnot, because she hadn't seen him for, like I said, for 4 years. So it's just to see her being kind of angry in a way, like, why did you come back? Like, it wasn't that simple, and then, yeah, it's really not that simple because you physically can't move at all. He can't. So it kind of sucks that he can't do so, besides without the projection and whatnot, that he can't do so. So yeah, that explains it. She still hasn't quite put it into her head like that, because she's still very filled with emotion, and you just feel that in her face and her voice, and this everything just flows together, and it's very interesting to see how she reacts to all this stuff that is going around her. Like, her mind is completely shattered. Like, the person I loved for years is still alive, even though after I thought that he was dead for 4 years. It's very interesting. I really like the way of how it all went down. In a way, I really like the way of how it all went down. But we also got in a big revelation that one of the people that was supposed to be going for the Sherlock program was in fact a traitor, and that was Skeller. Even though we do find out later on that he's not the real Skeller, that the real Skeller actually did die, apparently, that this fake Skeller actually killed him just so he could get to, like, the Genlock stuff, get the Mac, and get out. He takes Dr. Weathers hostage and whatnot, and Dr. Weathers is having a little bit of fun with it and whatnot. Like, oh, you don't know that much about anything in a way. It doesn't exactly say that, but he has some fun one-liners, and it's funny as hell. Doesn't seem like take this very lightly and whatnot. Then we get to the part with the room. Miranda's there. She wants to go in to go see Julian for real, just to make sure he's okay. But she gets interrupted with skeleton and whatnot, and the stuff with Dr. Weber. So she tries to grab the gun, like she gets it, but it kind of fails and backfires on her, and then the skeleton gets into the building that Julian is in, closes it, but leaves the thing out. So and then thing like the one that the warps around, kind of like very snake-like, and just creeps around everyone, nice to make sure they don't do anything drastic, try to change the subject and whatnot. And the commander tried, almost spilled the beans. Almost did, but Dr. was like, I got this. It's okay. So what he eventually does is that Skeller gets into the pod, and it gets all suited up and everything for it to go down. But he eventually gets killed. Yeah, he dies doing this whole thing because he didn't do like all the phases and whatnot. His body wasn't capable of actually doing it. Because remember earlier, Dr. Weller did say that you needed to have a specific thing, like, you need to be unique compared to everyone else. And this person wasn't unique, so he dies. Whatnot. And Dr. Weller's like, anyone else want to try? Just to make sure you're not fucking traitors, And then this is like, that really sucks that the first thing like that is a traitor. You had to kill off one of them, which is like, it really sucks that the first thing that Dr. Winter finds is a traitor, but it's very unfortunate for him. So they do in fact kill the fake Skeller and whatnot, and like I said earlier, they go to the fact, like, they have a little bit of fun. Dr. Weller, I fucking love Dr. Weller, man. He's great. It's gonna be sad like, if he does die, it's gonna be very unfortunate to see him actually die, because this is a character I really enjoy. He's funny, he's clever, and this is, like, even though he's a mad scientist, I really like his character a lot, and it's gonna be very interesting to see where Rooster Teeth does in fact have in store for this guy. It's gonna be quite entertaining to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, this has been Hot Testy here. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for what you all think. And so what you all think of the episode, to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future ideas. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.